Good evening, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us once again on this Discipline Therapy Thursday for a brand new episode of the Discipline Therapy Podcast with your two hosts, seven-time author Mr. E.L. Discipline, and with him always, Suhey Sotomayor. Before we begin the show, you know how we do. Got to clear the energy. All right. And we want to shout out our online store. As you can see, the merchandise that we have on the table and wearing as well. One of the things that you may find on there, and he's gonna put the what is it
Link.
called? Yeah, so the link on the screen. Water bottles, mugs. We have sweatshirts, which you have no idea. They're so warm and so soft. This is my second one.
Show them the.
Oh, that we designed. You know what that is?
Yeah,
Those are headphones and a
yeah,
mic, like
proud.
how he has on his shirt.
Yeah, proud of you. You're starting to design now.
Oh my God. You've seen how many times did I call you? I don't know what I did. Help me delete this. I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on. But I'm getting there, people. I'm getting there.
All right. Discipline Therapy launch cart dot store slash shop. Also coupon code Discipline Pod 15 for 15% off at checkout. So you'll be granted
When is
that.
that
That
good
only
until?
up until Valentine's Day.
Nice.
We have one more week, and then that's it. We're gonna get into this topic, but before we do that, just like that, because that reminded me, mugs. This right here, it's raised.
Oh,
You feel
so
that?
nice. I know, I
Feel that?
saw it.
It's
It's
raised.
so nice.
Yep. All
Keeps it
right, ladies and
cold.
gentlemen, it's Discipline Therapy Thursdays. We know y'all are fiends, and y'all know what that means. That means we're serving you your dose weekly of discipline therapy, where everything is, well, not everything is completely free. It's
Used to
on
be.
patreon.com
What is
slash
free
the
though?
Discipline Therapy Podcast. It's judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free, and plenty of liberty. Well, some liberty. God and the ancient ancestors are great. That's also a shirt.
And a mug.
And everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, or my favorite roll of blunt, but make sure the children are in bed because we had that soul food and sometimes vulgar conversation. Prepare your mind to be fed, stimulating conversations after dark. You see it, you see it. Light one up, inhale life, and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast.
We're
We're here.
here. I almost
All
said
right.
peace. All right. So we have season 10, episode 103, the benefits of being submissive and the benefits of being a dominant. And we have a guest caller on the line. Hello, guest caller. Are you there?
Hello, I am.
All
My
right.
name is my name is Punky.
Oh, she's
Punkie.
jumping right
Not
into it.
like the Punky Brewster though.
I asked her that before, and that's why she said that. That was a great show, by the way.
Jumping
It
right
was
into it.
Yeah, I like
cute.
that. She's ready. She is ready to get down with this
Okay.
conversation.
All right. So I'll reiterate what Shuhei said. The topic is the benefits of being submissive and the benefits of being dominant. So before we get into it, we're talking about the adjective. We're talking about the personality. We're not talking about the noun. The noun is something 24/7. So we're talking about the adjective. Perhaps verb might be dominate,
Okay.
like dominate something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, action and personality. So, what is submissive to you or behaving submissively to you means?
Okay. Well, would you like any background of my experience or just go right into
No,
it?
we don't care about that.
Oh,
No,
righty
I'm
ho.
just
Don't listen to
I'm joking.
him. He's the worst.
I'm joking. Go,
um,
go ahead.
Submissive.
No, you can talk about your background.
Oh, okay. No problem. Um, I'm 53 years old now. And
Holy.
when I was in my early 20s, I was approached by a dame who ran a house out of Philadelphia, a dungeon.
So that's a woman dominant.
As a woman, yes,
Just for the audience.
yes.
Oh.
Okay.
And she approached me about getting into training to become a dominant.
Oh.
And I was very intrigued by the whole culture. And I spent the following 2 years um, being tutored on many aspects of the entire BDSM culture. I also, during that time, lived in house
Wow.
for about half the week, and half the week I was
Home.
in my own space. I was attending college, and I was also dancing and also wrangling girls on the lineup of a gentleman's club.
Oh, okay.
So I was in charge of hiring and training the girls on the lineup. But while I was in house, which the two had nothing to do with each other,
Mm.
there was no interaction between those. Um, but it was very interesting to learn. Obviously, you begin as a submissive.
Mm.
However, I was also in training as a dominant. So what ultimately happened was I became basically a switch.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes
um,
sense.
Which is a
which is
practitioner.
the ability to step into either role with fluidity.
Hmm.
Um, my personal preference, however, turned out to be as a submissive,
Why is that?
which, well, I think there was one experience that I had that came out of the blue randomly and literally showed me there was no doubt in my mind that moving forward, I did not enjoy being a dominant nearly as much as I enjoyed being a submissive.
Mm.
So it put me at a crossroads at that point because I was up for the renewal of my contract, which was it was a 2 year and a 2 year contract, like a full 4 year altogether. If I was going to become a domain,
Mm.
and I actually had to sit and really reflect on where I was going with this because in when it comes to practicing and uh, engaging in contractual um, experiences with clients, submissives are not the quote unquote money makers.
Mm.
They're more like a dime a dozen. However, the dominants are who really claim the power in the financial aspect of
Mm.
the culture. So I had to really sit down and think about where was I going, and I actually ultimately decided to break my contract and just take what I had learned and incorporate it into my life. And I've lived that way ever since, like being able to step into either role.
So
However,
okay.
that being said, life circumstances, or I'll call it my destined path,
Mm.
had me continually stepping into, by force of circumstance, the dominant role,
Mm.
So so
which,
so what is it to be submissive or behave submissively to you?
okay, so to behave submissively is to accept the commands, desires, requests of the one you are allowing in full trust to lead you.
Okay.
I like that.
What is it to be dominant or behaving in a dominant fashion?
To be a dominant means that you are upholding the responsibilities of leading one or multiple
No, that's
others.
no. I'm sorry. That's the noun. The adjective, I mean. What is it to be dominant?
To be dominant means that you are capable and you accept that responsibility of leading others with compassion and taking on that responsibility. It means taking on that responsibility
Okay.
of both making the decisions that are the best outcome for all
Mm.
Okay.
involved.
All right. In a relationship dynamic, like a romantic relationship dynamic, or relationships, each party could possibly be polyamorous or monogamous. Each party is offering something to the other or others. Um, what do you believe? Why do you believe most women, not all of them, but most women have an issue with the question, "What do you bring to the table?"
Because in our culture today, as it stands today, the definitions of what is valuable is very different than the origins of what was valuable once upon a time.
Mm.
Okay. These next questions are more spiritual terms. So they're still subjective. They're still your opinion. What is a divine feminine to you?
A divine feminine is basically if you were gonna I now am a spiritualist myself and I read tarot. I work
Oh,
with healing energies, crystal work, sound work. I do mostly energy work. I'm able to read people's energies,
nice.
um, see people's energies.
Oh well,
That's
I'm
cool.
I only
I'm an
met one
intuitive
person.
empath.
I only met one person
Ooh.
that does spirit, like sound healing.
That's all the stuff what I do. So this great topic for me.
Mm.
Um,
I was about to
so a
say, I think
divine
we got a good
feminine
guest.
in the tarot deck. Um, I don't need cards, but cards are a great visual map for somebody who's not familiar with
Hmm.
with energy work.
Okay.
It's a great visualization for them to be able to follow along as the
Hmm.
energies confirm what I'm seeing or what I'm reading. Um, because energy really can't lie. And
Mm,
that's the thing that amazes most people because what's said first and then the energy pops up that confirms that
okay.
without manipulation. Like there's no manipulation going on. The
Hmm.
energy simply presents itself. So, as far as being a divine feminine in the tarot deck, there are major arcana and minor arcana. And the major arcana, there are only 22 out of 78 cards. And these are energies that are of a higher nature, of a higher power. You don't have very much sovereignty in in manipulating those energies.
Mm.
In other words, they kind of come upon you because they're delivered to you for purpose, whether that's to learn a lesson or whether that's to experience something that is a quote unquote like a reward for good work done, something like that. Um, the Empress is card number 3, and she represents the embodiment of all the 4 queens of the 4 suits in the tarot.
Hmm.
So she has the mental facilities of the Queen of Swords. She has the compassion of the Queen of Cups. She has already mastered the almost like the entrepreneurship of the Queen of Wands and um the resources um and the ability to manage and nurture at the same time of the Queen of Pentacles. So she is the epitome of I attract,
Mm.
I attract, I am I am bountiful, and everything that approaches me must also be in the vibration of willingness to grow because that is my nature.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
What is the divine masculine to you?
The divine masculine is represented by the Emperor card, which is card number 4, coming right after the Empress. Now, the divine masculine, the Emperor, uh, that card has some connotations that are very uh, negative in today's even the community of tarot readers and stuff.
Hmm.
Yes, they are partners, the Emperor and the Empress, and yes, that is divine masculine and divine feminine. But the masculine is very often depicted as very stubborn, very rigid, very unwavering in his
Immovable.
immovable,
Hmm.
perfect, yes.
In his
But
ways
he,
or
in his ways,
teachings, right?
exactly.
Structure.
And therefore, it is really imperative that both to embody the Empress energy or to embody the Emperor energy, both must be balanced and aligned with their polarities within their own energies because there is no gender in tarot. So every human being carries masculine and feminine energies.
But
Mm-hmm.
It is
but we trump one of the other.
yes, yes. In our day to day,
So
we literally embody one more
more,
More than
than
the
the
other.
other.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So which one do you resonate with more?
I resonate actually more with dominant energy,
No, I mean,
masculine energy.
Mm.
what do you? So that's what energy you're exuding 24/7.
Um, due to my circumstances currently, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you believe women need supervision, discipline, provision, protection in their life? All of the above or one or two?
Some of the above.
What?
Because, like I said, some women have come to the point of alignment within their life. It usually is quote unquote forced by circumstance. So a woman may need, because need and want are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So a need is something that you have to have for
Yeah, you can't live without.
survival.
You can't live
Your
without.
Mm-hmm.
survival.
Yeah, it's a requirement.
It's a requirement. But your desires are something that you can bend to your will or um, go after,
Mm.
so to speak. But a lot of women in this society, once again, the way I'll call it the matrix is set up, it is to push women away from their femininity in order to survive,
Mm.
having to step into their masculinity and provide for themselves and and care for themselves and nurture those that their children, their families, if they have not got a significant other or a partner in order to work with.
Mm.
And this is what causes our souls to be very disturbed. They're not happy about
Mm.
it because it's not our divine nature to be thus.
Right. That makes
At
sense.
the bottom of every woman's deepest desire, spoken or unspoken, acknowledged or unacknowledged, consciously aware of or not, is the desire to be that submissive woman.
Mm.
And I believe that.
Hey, I don't have no objections.
I know you don't.
Do you
You're
think
right.
a woman should still have male friends in her phone if she's in a relationship, or
I
and
do
should a
because
man
it goes
also have female friends as well?
I
Okay.
do agree with this, but here's the ticket. We are talking about the difference between awakened or consciously living and unawakened or living in sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are consciously woke, you will probably, I'm not going to say always, but probably, you will be attracting a tribe of other conscious souls unto you. In other
Mm.
words, your vibration should match. If you have people in your circle that are not of a matching vibration, there's alignments needed.
See, that's why I don't mess with women who are spiritual like this. Like I love a spiritual woman, and no disrespect, ma'am, no disrespect, but
None taken.
I love a spiritual woman, but that's always what they say. Because she's right, the feminine does attract. But when you're in a relationship, what I'm saying, you should always have respect for that man, even if he will say, you can allow to have male energy around you. Like it's like this, right? Me, I know I attract every type of woman, but I hold myself accountable. I don't entertain every type of woman.
Mm.
So
Because you're woke.
and I'm trying to make a point. Even though the feminine will attract all these woke individuals, when she's in a relationship, no way.
Okay, I have something to say.
So and women that are spiritual like this, I can't mess with them because they're like, they will say, well, I need to have connections all over the place, even if it's not gonna be sexual or whatever. Like if it's for the opposite sex or the same sex, like I need to have connections. I can't deal with women like that
Mm.
because I'm also a dominant.
See, I see you could have that healing energy in you. So you're going to attract people on your level and
Mm-hmm.
people lower also. So you
And
have to be careful
Exactly.
who you let
You
in.
have to have
yes,
discernment.
exactly.
Yeah.
She said it. You have the power. You
Mhm.
have the power of entertaining who. Now let's say that's something like a practice for you. You're a healer.
Mhm.
Okay, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But there's boundaries there. We're not friends, dude.
Right, I'm
I
helping you.
You're a
Absolutely boundaries.
Right,
you're a
right.
customer.
Mhm.
You're a customer, or we do some type of business or whatever it is. It's
Right.
not friendship.
Right.
But
Exactly.
may I point out back to what I had said a little bit ago. Everyone, male or female, carries both energies. So
Mhm.
Yes.
you may have men who are dominantly feminine energy.
Mhm.
And how do you discern that within a labeling of friend and or business associate or whatever? Even within a relationship, would the female be allowed to have other female friends?
You're asking me?
Yes.
Yes.
What if that female friend happens to reside in a male gendered body?
Oh, well,
See, I can I
See,
answer this for
see,
you?
see. I always
Okay.
get to know the friends of my potential subs or current
Mhm.
sub, and if these women are highly in their masculine or, like you said, embody more. What did you the term you used?
Masculine traits, more they have more
They're inclined to doing what men do,
yeah,
and then
exactly.
you put a staple there and a stamp there. Listen, don't when you're out with her, hey, it's your high school friend, whatever it is. She's not a troublemaker or whatnot. But if she is, like, let's say she's a party girl, let's say she enjoys in fuck buddy culture, hookup culture, whatever.
But
You
but
you remember. Hold on. You remember who you are when you
Mm,
go out with her, and if she's going out to the club, you're not allowed to go there because she's into that activity. You are most likely going to engage in that activity because you're close friends. This goes back to the Sophia character I created in Lisa. This is what I could
hmm,
believe.
mm.
That woman could hold herself accountable, but eventually she's going to engage in some whorish activity because that's what her girl is doing. So you put
that is
certain
a presumption.
Mm.
you put certain you put certain limitations on that, and you have her hold herself accountable. It's like, listen, I trust you. You're gonna do this behind your back, but you verbalize it. Because if you don't put standards in the relationship, women will do shit. I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say she says, "Hey, girl, you know, it's my birthday party. I'm ordering strippers," and she's naturally just gonna go with her friend and not
Mm-mm.
listen. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. And it's possibility, not probability.
Okay.
The probability is she's gonna do that. Now there are other women, who hold themselves accountable, might be traditional, that includes her man in everything. She will ask him permission prior to
Right.
going.
That should
Yes.
be. That
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
she
should
will,
be.
and that is part of the divine feminine.
Yes.
She would not just move on her own.
Nope.
Yes. So she will ask him permission, and he will most likely say, "No, you're not going." And
Oh no.
she won't say but or not. And the
She
reason
should abide by the wishes of her.
exactly. And if he
Yes.
is an educated Dom, he will explain. It's not that I don't
Mhm.
trust you.
Mm.
It's their job to grind on women. So even if you're in the corner just laughing and getting drunk because it's entertaining, if he goes and grind up on you, what you gonna do? Slap him? Push him off you? That's his job. You already put yourself in that position to be grinded on. So you're going to be cheating. Even if you're not touching him, he's kissing on your neck, grinding on you. You're cheating now. Why? Because you could have avoided that by not being there in the first place.
Well, again, that's your definition of it might not be every dom's right
It might not
definition.
be every
Right.
Doms, but all I know is Doms exhibit universal
Traits,
behaviors,
right.
and they have universal traits. So
Mm.
most of them are possessive and territorial.
Mm-hmm. No, no,
Correct.
but I'm talking about the cheating part. Possessive and territorial, yes, but not all doms would think that that is cheating, right?
No, because there are
No,
some
they
Doms.
would.
There are some
Oh, they
Doms.
would.
I think so.
They would the real ones. There's fake
Mm.
ones out there
Mm-hmm.
who are
Yes, thank
cuckolds
you.
Right. Oh, okay, I
Thank
got
you.
you.
Thank you.
that
Thank you for
they enjoy watching their girl get hammered by
mhm.
somebody else, and they put
Mm.
them at risk. And that's
Mm.
why I say they're fake, because a Dom, number one
That's not a
asset.
dom. That's
Right.
Exactly.
a
His number one
cuckold.
asset is I gotta protect her at all times. And her being around male energy is putting her at risk.
Mm. Okay, so does a man have authority in the relationship, or do you think it's equal?
It depends on the aspect of the relationship.
Okay.
Each each partner should have their own realms where they reside. In other words, when it comes to children, I do not believe that the father would have as much, um, definitely should have input, but the ultimate decision should be the mother's.
Really?
I do believe that. But again, we're talking about the difference between consciously living people
Mm-hmm.
and those who've chosen to stay asleep.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because in my realm,
I,
like as far as myself, alcohol is never your friend.
Mm.
mm,
That is a that is an introduced, um means of control that the Matrix has imposed upon the entire society
Mm. I
to
just
keep them enslaved and asleep.
I disagree with the mother making the
The
decisions.
decisions. I
Yeah.
found it. I was surprised, but
The
I
fem
think it should be a joint decision, but
and you're entitled to that.
I think it should be a joint decision. But I think the ultimate decision should probably come from the mother.
can I ask you why?
Probably because if you were in a situation of a true pairing of divine energies or divine souls, the one would be out, the masculine would be out,
Mm,
or less involved in the child rearing, except when it comes to
discipline.
demonstrating and teaching lessons and discipline. Yes, although a mother can discipline as well,
Mm,
but the the mid the major role of the man in that situation, or whether or whoever carries the masculine energy, would be working, procuring the security of the family, um,
so
would be
providing. Mm-hmm.
making the major decisions for the household, again, jointly, but with the ultimate say so ultimately. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think there are aspects of each that they would be the dominant one to make the decision about that realm.
Gotcha. All right.
But I think that that is a little bit, I mean, things have come a long way. Obviously, we have somewhat advanced in our
Yeah, you're talking
civilization.
about a traditional lifestyle. Most
Exactly.
modern women today are not traditional, and
Exactly.
they want to be treated traditionally, but they don't even act like that. They want to be
Th-
housewives, but they acting
You have to
promiscuous.
earn that. You have
Yeah,
to
Mm,
earn that.
yeah, that's like a prize. Most women today are
Hmm.
not even have that mentality you're talking about. That is the ideal household, how it should be. But now, we're put in positions where some households are unfortunate like that.
Right.
It's too need to work.
yeah.
Exactly.
So now the grandparents might be raising the kids or nannies.
Or
Right.
daycare.
Yeah.
And you have to also think about too, you have you unto yourself, whoever you are, you have the right to be a sovereign thinker and make your free will choices of who you engage with and allow into your energy.
Mm,
So when it comes to even being presented on your path with XYZ person, you have to use your discernment. Who is going to benefit me? Who can I benefit unto? And that be reciprocated.
The
So there are some that are just absolutely not. It's like off the get go. Absolutely not. That's not going to work.
the
mm.
feminine is dependent upon and the masculine is independent. Can two independent people work well in a romantic relationship dynamic?
Only if they are both aligned.
Okay. Do you believe that majority of women do not respect men today?
I believe that majority of human beings don't respect themselves.
Okay,
So
okay, but do
therefore,
you?
I guess that would be a yes.
Okay, so they don't respect men. Why?
Because their soul, once again, ultimately, your higher self, quote unquote, your intuition, your gut, what tells you what's right or wrong, your inner compass is screaming at you at all times if you're not listening. and your gut is going to tell you this doesn't feel right.
Okay.
So when women don't have this respect for men, it's the cry is coming to, can you please look inside and see why? Because when you
Mm.
project that dislike or that not being respectful to another, it's because there's a big piece of you you're not respecting. You project what you experience from other people is literally what you need to look within and find and fix.
So are you saying most women don't respect themselves? That's why they don't respect men.
Correct.
Mm.
Nice.
Wow.
But the same goes for men.
Okay.
Right.
Um,
That's
I agree. I agree. Last one. Most people believe submission to be weak and dominant to be strong. Is this the
What?
narrative? Is this the narrative that is true in your eyes as well?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
Absolutely not. And both positions require massive amounts of strength.
great.
and
Both
who better to answer that
positions
question than her, who's been trained in both?
Yeah.
both positions require their own unique inner strength as well as outer strength.
Do you mind me asking, are you in a relationship?
I am not.
Why?
Well, I am, but let's just call that a situationship. And
Okay.
it's not what I would call a true relationship.
You mind me asking, is it heterosexual or non-heterosexual?
Yes, it is
Oh,
hetero.
okay. So it's just like he's a man and he can provide pleasure sometimes.
Yeah,
Okay.
at the moment,
I
yeah.
appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
I mean, I've obviously I've engaged in poly, I've engaged in same sex, I've engaged in monogamous uh, two marriages where there was, no external uh, interference, but I'm still seeking. I'm still seeking because I realize that, quite frankly, what I have to quote unquote offer at the table is rather rare.
Mm.
And I need that partner that can appreciate that and value that and reciprocate
Is-
where I need them to be.
So you would look for a man in your age bracket?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm approached often by ones
It doesn't
like
matter.
half my age.
Doesn't matter what your
Hey.
approach. What is your preference?
I don't have a preference. Age is relative
So
or irrelevant.
if you met a man who was like 30, 39, 40, 36.
Fine.
Okay, so what do you feel like you would bring to the table for a man like that?
All the knowledge
I
that
was
I
about
have
to say
gained
a lot of
and the
knowledge.
wisdom that I know and am willing to share
Do
with
you
compassion.
so do you believe that most men would care about your mind?
Nope, not
So
most men at all.
so how would you know that this man that's coming to you, 36, has his shit together, possibly everything that you want. He checks all the
Boxes.
boxes. Thank you. Um
Hmm.
how do you know that he's gonna even care what you bring to the table if that's all you're offering?
Um, that's what conversation and actual listening, speaking, hearing, internalizing, communication is for,
Okay,
and discernment.
okay. I'm not trying to
And
pick
interaction, I would assume.
I'm not trying to pick on you. Um
No,
I'm
I'm
just
not. I
asking you
don't
the
feel picked on at all.
okay.
I'm saying if someone of the age of 35 or 36 were to approach me and speak to me that which resonated with my energy, if their energy resonated with my energy, and they were exploration, that would be absolutely, I would be willing to explore that engagement. Can we find a reciprocity? Can we find a way to work together? Can we both balance? That could work.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter someone's age. Some people are woke as F by the time they're 15. Other people never get it their entire lifetime.
I disagree with some people. I
I'll say
think
most.
no. I think some people is like 40%, 50%. I think like a small percentage of people are woke. So I ask you these questions because it's very hard for modern men to engage in conversation, especially long duration of time.
Their throat chakra
We
has been wounded for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Why?
So
Of
do
course.
you think that and that's why I'm asking you because it's almost like I'm not saying you can't get what you want. It's almost like it's a journey. It's gonna be a journey to get that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't expect it to just
Jump
be
out at
dropped
you.
in your lap.
Yeah.
So do you
It
think
takes
because
work.
because all I'm just saying is you said that what you're providing him is rare. Technically, I don't think it is. I think this guy would be rare because if you get in if we're in a if already we're in a world where a lot of men and women are wounded and their third eye is not open, when you find this guy that is, which is almost like a unicorn, what you find him,
Mm-hmm.
he's rare, not
Yeah.
what you're gonna bring to the table.
But wouldn't it be rare for
I
her
think
too?
it's the same.
No, because he could probably find a lot of women who are like you and who are
Oh,
spiritual as
really?
well and stuff like that. That's what I'm
And can
saying. I'm not trying to
no, no,
diss
no.
you.
I want to understand women that could back it up and are of the same sexual nature as.
Prob
I don't know that I could.
Probably he could find a whole bunch. Maybe like at least five.
At
I'm
least five.
yeah.
Alrighty then. Well, then I guess the competition is on. But I don't believe in competition, so
Okay.
There you
I
go.
only believe in just, hey,
What's meant for
it's
you.
me and me.
That's
Good
right.
good for you.
That's awesome.
All right, we said it the last question? Okay, cool.
Did we?
I should think so. Yeah. Thank you for being a
Yes.
guest. I really appreciate you.
Yes, I enjoyed your answers. You had
I
a lot of
really enjoyed
insight.
the opportunity to be here.
Very good
It
sport.
was great.
Very
Yeah,
good sport.
thank you.
Do you have any final thoughts?
Mm, if I could offer any piece of advice to anyone listening, it is when you're not feeling fulfilled, when you're not feeling in a place of peace or harmony within yourself, go find it within yourself
That's not
first.
fair. That's not fair.
Why
You're
not?
telling women that. What if they have these dark desires
What if
that a
she's
lot of these
talking to
men
a
can't
man too?
fulfill?
What do you mean? Do you not realize that part of your balance is not love and light and unicorns and butterflies? You must embrace your darkness
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
equally
that's
to
what I'm
your light.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
But women
She could have a high
too.
sex drive. She could have a high sex drive, and she's probably a masochist in the bedroom. A lot of men can't fulfill that. So it's easier said than done. That's why I say it's not fair.
But I think what she's trying to say is work on yourself. Find
Yes, thank
yourself.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because if you're going out and you're seeking as a man, you best be also healed within yourself, or you're going to keep attracting or finding they will your vibration will seek out women who are attracting broken men,
Mm-hmm.
She
and
hit
it
it.
never going to
Yep.
work.
Exactly.
She hit it on the head. Yep.
Exactly.
You're right. Thank you for being a.
Love y'all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Carry on.
Have a good day.
Bye.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna get into it. Then I'm gonna do my spill.
You
Okay.
unplugged it? Yeah.
No. Because I have to read something that the thing I was talking about.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna get to just I want to get your perspective on this because I always
Okay,
talk
because
about this stuff. All
I
right,
sat
so
here and
go,
I did my notes.
yeah,
All
go
right.
do your
So
thing.
the benefits of being submissive and the benefits of being a dominant. I thought we were going to talk about the benefits of it, and I said I don't think all women can actively choose to be submissive, and I think it's a trigger word for some or for most, and I think in general that word submissive has some sort of negative connotation linked to it, like being weak, right? So, with that being said, I don't think women would say there are a lot of benefits to being submissive, and I would agree to a certain point. Like I don't think you should always be submissive. For example, like in your job, don't be submissive in your job if you have so you have to put your
Boundaries.
boundaries up and all that. You've already worked 40 hours? Can you stay another 10 hours? No, you know what I'm saying. Don't do that.
Okay.
But if you in a relationship, if you've done your homework right adequately and you really vet that man and you're ready, you know, to choose him for to be your mate for life or to have children with, then yes, you should be able to be submissive to your man, not to every man, to your man. So I think that that in that way, um if he's good enough to have your kids, like I said, then why wouldn't you want to be submissive to him?
Mm.
And then now the next one, oh, the what is submissive? I think to be submissive is to be accommodating, um, to be accommodating to, and a lot of what the caller said, to be, um, you attract, to you try to bring harmony.
Mm.
That's what I think it is. To be dominant, um, I think is to be not controlling in a negative way, but to control your surroundings, to control the events that are going on, to have authority or influence, in your life, in your day to day, and to be that predominant major figure, like that chief. You know what I mean?
Mm.
What's the next question? In a romantic relationship.
So submissive to me is
Oh, we're going back and forth. My
subordinate.
bad. I'm sorry. I
No,
thought
I
you
was
were
gonna
just
let you. I
asking
was gonna
me.
let you do
No, I
everything,
like when we go back and forth because I get freaked
it's
out.
just is a lot. So submissive to me is subordinate. It's displaying compassion. It's nurturing. It's dependent. It's empathetic. It's intuitive. It's feminine. It's compassionate. I don't know if I said that. It's accepting. And it's follower.
Mm,
And it's respectful, especially to the opposite sex. So dominant to me is leadership. Dominant to me is control. Dominant to me is what is to be dominant. Is overpowering. Um, Behaving in a dominant fashion is like leadership. Like I'm instructing.
mm-hmm.
That's a dominant person. There's a difference between alpha and dominant.
Yeah.
An alpha doesn't necessarily mean like do this, do that, do that. That's a dominant person.
Mm,
So a dominant person is like steps ahead.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they probably are playing chess in their head. They're planners.
Mm-hmm.
They rarely do things spontaneous. That's part of being dominant.
It's
Um
part of being controlled also, right?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because that's all about control, like
Mm-hmm.
planning, control, all they go together. Somebody who doesn't like just does things spontaneously. Oh, my life is just all over the place. I don't have any discipline. That's somebody who's not dominant.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah, I agree.
that's somebody that needs guidance constantly. They obviously need discipline in their life. They need structure constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps rules to abide by. Like a dominant person holds themselves accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So that's what I believe that is. A dominant is different. A submissive is different. That's BDSM content
Hmm.
in
That's weird
Patreon.
because I also looked up, the definitions, and for each of them, the noun is a participant. So a dominant, the noun is a participant in the BDSM relationship to whom power or control are transferred. They're assertive, they're leading, and they're powerful.
Yeah, protector,
Mm-hmm.
provider, stuff of that nature. And a
Mm-hmm.
submissive is pretty much an individual that
That
uh,
gives relinquish it.
yields
Yes.
to a higher
Particip.
authority
Yeah.
that they
Well.
trust and respect.
Yeah.
That's what it pretty much
Mm-hmm.
is. Um, so I just want to explain that a lot of modern people throw that word
Mm-hmm.
around loosely. They don't
Yeah.
know what they mean.
Right.
In a relationship, in a romantic relationship dynamic or relationships, could be monogamous, could be polyamorous. Each party or each parties are offering each other something. So why do you think most women, not all of them, but most of them have a issue with the question, what do you bring to the table?
I think it's because no one has asked them that question before. And I feel like if they don't know, what they bring, so rather, if they give you the basics, I can cook, clean, and I'm extraordinary in bed, to me, that means that they don't really know themselves.
All right, so I was asking this question before it was popular. Um,
Mm,
I remember 2017. I have it in my book, my first book, The Seduction of Discipline.
mm-hmm,
2017, 2016, 2019. I asked women these questions. And I remember a couple of women stuck in my head when I asked them this question. One woman I asked the question, she said, "That's a trick question," and I said, "No, it's not." I said, "It's only a trick question because you don't know what you bring to the table. So you're manipulating by saying it's a trick question. It's
mm.
actually a really um
Straightforward.
straightforward and
Yeah.
honest question, and it's not an honest question. It's a serious question.
Mm,
As somebody that wants to know what you bring to the table is a serious person. It's like a boss of a job.
mm-hmm,
If
mm-hmm.
that's a serious person, that's somebody that probably sees potential in wanting to invest in you. So that's why that was one. Second, a woman said to me, "Oh, that's for my man to know." Salud.
Thank you.
Mira eso. So
It's true. You see, when you sneeze, that means it's true.
yeah. So she was like what did she say? She said it's for my man to know. So I didn't argue with her, but in my mind I'm like, that's because you don't know what you bring.
Right. She hit
You know.
that pause button to
Yeah,
give her some time.
yeah. So at the end of the day, um some people just say, hey, you need to engage with me to actually see. No, that's part of communication. Stop doing that. Women, stop doing that.
Mm,
Stop saying stupid stuff like that. Because it's like it goes back to manipulation.
mm-hmm.
So, like for me, it's like, why do they have an issue with this question? Well, it's because women were always viewed as sexual objects to men. So
Okay.
you like,
So they don't have to bring anything?
yes,
Oh,
just cook, clean, pussy nice,
the
body
basics.
done,
Right.
whatever, right? Minimum shit. And the thing is, it comes down to laziness.
Mm,
The
I
only
was
the
just about
lazy
to say
women
that.
have an issue with this question.
Mm,
Here's the thing: when a man is asking that question, or even a woman is asking a man that question,
mm-hmm.
right? Um, it's not just because they're serious individuals and they want to invest in you. They're looking at it as, okay, what does this person have to offer? Because I'm
Mm,
gonna offer something. Or perhaps they feel like what they're gonna offer is immaculate. So what is this person gonna offer in even getting those gifts from
mm,
me? You know what I'm saying? Just the author, right?
mm-hmm.
I'm just putting scenarios out there. So what is this person gonna offer from giving those things? Now, if men are asking women these questions, it's because men are serious. And they actually respect women, and maybe when they get with women, they want to value them. Because
Mm,
remember, men that don't ask those questions are men that already look at women as the basic. She's gonna provide the basic for me.
mm,
I ain't asking the IG model that.
mm.
Cause I know I don't give a fuck about her mind. I don't give a fuck about her ambition. Just just look good, get your body done, cook, clean. Maybe you don't even have to cook and
I was
clean.
about to say
We'll do
that
a
too.
maid. We'll order a maid. Not do a maid. Order a maid
They might do
And
that later.
you know what? Just keep yourself looking right. Men are visual creatures. Just keep yourself looking right for me, and and just be there. You don't have to cook and clean.
Mm-hmm.
Just be there
And provide sex
because at
whenever she
yes,
wants.
because at the end of the day, I already view you as a sexual object, and I'm just gonna objectify you. I'll
Mm.
never say that publicly, not
He
even
probably
to
doesn't even know it in his
yeah,
mind.
not even to you. You're right,
Mm-hmm.
subconsciously.
Mm-hmm.
So a man that asks you that question, he acts that's actually respectful. Like women need to use their brain
Mm.
efficiently because that's actually like respectful.
And that's
And
another
that's the
level.
irony
That's
because a
another
lot
level of seriousness
yeah,
too.
that's actually respectful because hoes don't get these ask these questions
Mm.
because the dude will already know like I just want to play with her. So why even ask her
Bother.
that? That's like wifey material question. That's like I want to have a family with you question.
Right.
You
Let me see
understand?
where your
Let
mind's
me see
at.
where your mind is at.
Yeah.
Let me see what you about. Are you out here? Are you for the streets? You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Let me see what you're about. That's why that question is asked. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And it's asked by serious people.
Right.
That's why they put a gender on there. Because
Right.
women have asked questions like that.
Right.
Even when I was younger, women have asked me that.
Mm. That's why I think because it's not asked, that's why people get taken aback. Like, oh, it's almost like a pop quiz. What? I don't know.
Yeah, so I never shy away from this. If a woman asks me this, I'm like, yo, you
You know,
ready?
you got time?
You got time?
Hold up.
You get your piece of paper out. You got time? I'll have you here for 3 hours, I
She's gonna be
promise.
like, damn, why'd I even ask him this
So
question?
I love it. But women are most, I don't want to say women and generalize. Most women are afraid of it because they've always been, wait a minute, I'm just used to men.
Taking care of me.
And not just that, all I've always known is to offer my body.
Mm.
That's all I've been. I've gotten these guys that's been around because all I do is suck a mean dick. I got good pussy. Um, and I might cook a little bit. Not something I want to do all the time, but I might cook a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm able to do that. Like they didn't really care. They didn't really care if I was intelligent. They didn't really care what I did. They didn't really care felonies. They didn't really care this. I even told them I had baby daddies. They didn't care.
Mm.
You see, so at the end of the day, like the people that get mad at this question, it's because they don't even respect themselves.
Hmm.
You see how I was telling oh, you ready? Because I respect myself. I know I'm a high caliber man. I
Mm.
know I know what I'm gonna provide you that I don't have to show it, but I know what I'm gonna provide you. A lot of men can't.
Mm.
That like you ain't gonna be able to click all the boxes because there's always something that is even with me, there's something that is imperfect.
Right.
But
You've said that before.
you see what I'm saying? But it's like I touch most of the boxes. So
Mm.
in a way, like I respect myself. I know myself. I have self-worth. So in a way, like you asking me that question, yo, let's go. But somebody else that is afraid of that question, oh, that's a tricky question, or they don't respect themselves. They don't have self-worth. They're not confident in what they can bring.
Mm. I see
You
what
know
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying? They
Mm-hmm.
might think, "Oh, I'm gonna love you the best," but it's like, okay, that's because those girls love that or those guys love that. I'm a different woman. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
different man. You don't
Mm-hmm.
even know my love language.
Yep.
You could have been the best lover, best girlfriend, best boyfriend,
To
but
someone else.
to someone else. But how you were with him or her,
It's different.
it's different.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like you could be the best, but you're not what I need.
Right.
So
Everybody
you
needs
don't
something
even know how
different.
to love me right. So
Yep.
that doesn't even that's negated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the table? No, that's asinine.
Well, what's the saying? Somebody else's trash is another person's treasure.
Yes.
Same thing.
So I'm the table? That's asinine.
Mm. Oh
What's
yeah.
on the table?
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
Right. You can have a table and nothing on it. Then what? Then what do you have?
Saying that you're the table is equate to I'm rare.
Saying that you are the table.
Yes. Because the question is what do you bring to the table? The table is the main objective. So if you're saying you're the table synonymous, I'm everything. That
You're
means
everything, but you don't got nothing on there
but
though.
but that's what I'm saying. I mean, when somebody says that, that means they're saying they're rare.
I know, but I don't see it as that. You're,
Okay.
I see it as somebody who's saying I am the table. Then you're hollow because you have nothing else to offer. What else do you have?
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm
So you're
saying?
looking at
So
it
there's
from
no
that.
food on the table. There's
All
no
right.
drink on the table.
Okay.
There's nothing to share. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what I
Okay.
think. All right. So what is the divine feminine to you? you want me to go first, or do you want me
Mm-hmm.
to? Oh. To me, a divine feminine is a woman who is nurturing, who brings peace instead of chaos, one who uplifts, who brings calm, and is the counterpart to the divine masculine.
Um, the divine feminine. The term divine is godly. It's like higher. It's
Mm,
it's higher consciousness, higher spirituality, godly. Feminine, obviously, more of a female
energy.
energy. Um, so it means God is in her.
Mm,
I believe that we can have both divine feminine and divine masculine, but like I said with the caller, one trumps the other.
yeah.
So most likely a what?
I think that I agree with you, but I believe, okay, so a woman can be a divine feminine and have masculine energy. I don't think she can have divine masculine energy. I
Mm,
think she could have both feminine and masculine energy,
yeah, she's
but
not
a
gonna have.
divine,
You're
right?
right.
She can't have a
You're right.
divine
You're
masculine
right. And
energy.
just like a man, he can't have divine feminine.
Right. He could have feminine energy,
Hmm.
but not divine.
Yes. So, and because he's high in his core, that's
Mm-hmm.
why. Like it
Mm-hmm.
comes back to the what's trumps one. So
Exactly.
whatever trumps it, that's their main one.
Right.
So at the end of the day, like a divine feminine is patient, kind, attracts, cultivates everything. You buy a house, she makes it into a home. You get groceries, she makes dinner or breakfast. So she cultivates everything. The
Mm-hmm.
energy that you give her cultivates everything. The divine feminine is spiritual. The divine feminine is accepting, compassionate, understanding, and supportive, and
Loving.
nurturing, maternal instincts, submissive.
Mm.
So that's just like a handful maybe. There's more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's more.
So the divine masculine, what do you believe?
To me, is a leader, one who takes charge, is responsible, courageous, will help find solutions to problems. Um,
Did you look this shit up?
no,
Oh,
I
okay,
just
because
wrote it
you're
down.
spot on.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you
like
very much. I've only
how does
been
she?
doing this for 10 seasons with you. I kind of pick up on things.
Oh, okay.
No, but I do believe that that's what a divine masculine is.
Yeah, that's why a woman can't be in that role because he's deemed the protector, the provider, and it doesn't always have to be monetary,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But if he's deemed as the provider, he's gonna provide safety, he's gonna provide emotional security, confidence. He knows how to build the woman, and he could create that safe space where she could thrive because
Mhm. She could be herself.
the feminine thrives under comfort, the masculine doesn't. The masculine
Mhm.
is constantly on his purpose, he constantly wants more. Like that's why women will, Gabe said it in the season finale part 2,
Mhm.
um season 9. He said women will say, oh, we already got enough money, let's travel the world now, let's do this. Like where a man's like, man, I got 6 figures in the bank, I'm trying to aim for 7, I'm trying to aim
Mm.
for 8, 10,
Mhm.
whatever. Like he constantly wants more. He has this insatiable hunger,
Yeah.
like the lion in the jungle.
Mhm.
So the woman is not meant to have an insatiable hunger. She's meant to be complacent.
Mm.
The feminine is meant to be complacent, because she doesn't thrive by being all over the place. She doesn't thrive by like wanting more because that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of energy. And
Mm.
the masculine thrives under pressure. Remember,
Yeah.
I said this in season 1.
Mhm.
Like I thrive under pressure. When I
Right.
feel like pressure is assisting, the way I balance myself is by taking control. If I'm
Mhm.
not in control, I have anxiety.
Yeah.
So I need to take control. When I went to Hollywood in 2018 for book 5, I got 4 requests. I
Mhm.
wanted to be first. She was like, "Sit down.
It's like
We
relax,
we
guy,
got a
relax.
thing here. When you see your name," and I had to wait like 20 people. I'm like, "Come on,
That would
man.
be killing
I'm
me.
the only one without a piece of paper in my hand or a
Mm.
laptop. Everybody has one. They're
Mm.
nervous
Mhm.
energy. They ain't never done this. I've been doing this since I was 12.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, like, in a room full of 50 authors, I'm ready. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So the masculine constantly needs to be on their purpose, penetrator.
Mm.
He gets shit done, go getter. The feminine is not that. She's like back in the day, caveman era, gatherer, nurturer.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? The men are the builders. So the masculine builds everything. He protects, he provides, he teaches. He's an educator.
Mm-hmm.
So when he gets with a woman, she's gonna adjust to his ways because he's teaching her things. He's allowing her to thrive at her optimal level. You're no use of me if I'm in my divine masculine. You have to be in your divine feminine for us to grow. You're no use to me if you're just a wounded feminine.
Mm.
If you're coming in here being combative and all this other stuff and saying you're not gonna do it, it's not gonna work. But if you're coming here and saying, "Help me,"
Right. I'm
like
willing
teach
to
me,
right.
train me, or whatever it is, and it's like, okay, I see potential, and she has certain things that is like maternal instincts, whatever it is, submissive. I can work with her. Little
Mm-hmm.
bratty tendencies, we could eradicate that. Smart mouth, guess what? I have something called attitude adjustment. I got you. And that's also part of the masculine discipline,
Mm.
holding her accountable. He's
Mm-hmm.
not afraid to do that. Because at the end of the day, that's love. Discipline is love, it's care.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are holding her accountable, you're actually, the irony is, making her better
Mm-hmm.
for society, for herself, whatever it is. So that's part of the divine masculine job. He has a big responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
So the divine feminine, she want to have as little responsibility as possible because the feminine wants to avoid risk as much as possible. That's why you see a lot of women that they don't do these dangerous jobs. You don't see a
Mm.
lot of women that are building elevators
Mm.
on the crane,
Mm.
putting the joint on the building and stuff. How do you get all the way up there?
I don't know if
How did they
that's
create those buildings?
necessarily a
Working with
divine feminine though.
working with heavy machinery,
Mm.
firefighters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
divine feminine wants to avoid risk as much as possible because she's not built for that. Remember, men thrive through adversity, and that determines your manhood. It determines your man, if you're a man or not. Let's see how you handle this.
Mm.
You see, so that's what I believe that is. Do you believe women need supervision, discipline, provision, protection in their life? All of the above, one or two.
Okay, I'm probably gonna get a backlash from this from the women. All of the above, and we already get it when we're born. We get protection, discipline from our fathers, from our grandfathers, whoever the male in our lives when we are born is what
Go ahead.
is who shows us this is what you should have when you leave my house at a certain time, at a certain age. You should want to continue to have a man in your life, if that's the way you're going to go, that will continue to provide and protect and discipline you throughout. What happened? You're shaking your head no.
No, you're right.
Oh.
Um,
Oh.
I was gonna cut you off and say, you're not like the backlash. No, maybe when we first started,
No more backlash?
I don't think women don't like hate you.
What the? No, but I not backlash like because they hate me. Why would you hate me? I'm such a nice person. Backlash like, oh no, she said yes. You know what I mean? Like that. Like, what do you mean? Women
Man,
don't need that shit.
those
But if you stop and think about
the
it,
hardcore feminists,
oh
perhaps,
them.
but not women, not feminine women,
Right.
not women who are submissive, traditional, and stuff of that nature. Even modern women who are in their masculine won't
Want to
hate.
argue that?
No, a
Okay.
woman that's ready to argue with you for that is a feminist, hardcore,
Mm.
100%. Because they probably don't have a man that they doing that with. They probably never experienced that. But women that watching this show that will agree with you probably
Have
have
had that,
somebody.
right.
They're probably on their knees right now to a king. They're engaging with men, probably masculine men.
Right, but my answer was specifically we've already been doing this. You know what I mean? Like we've already had men in our lives that have been disciplining, providing and protecting. So it's because we've had it, that's what we know and that's what we're bred to go for.
Not all of them.
No, not all of them, but that also comes with trauma. You don't know what kind of trauma these people have in their lives.
Yeah, because you're looking at about 80%, especially in America,
Mm,
single households. More
mm,
single households in America. So if you're talking about worldwide, I could see that, but maybe America, not so much. 80% is a big
oh,
percentage.
because of the single house. Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? So
But
they're
there's
not
still uncles. There's still uncles there that are, grandparents, grandfathers who can show you.
okay. Should a woman have male friends in her phone if she's in a relationship? Should a man have female friends?
I'm gonna say no, and
For both?
for both. Um,
What?
I mean, ultimately, I feel like that's something that they should have already spoke about
Mm,
in their relationship. But if you know that your partner doesn't like for you to have male friends, or your partner doesn't like for you to have female friends, then out of respect you shouldn't have them. Not, I'm not saying if you were friends with them from before you met your girlfriend or your boyfriend, then obviously introduce, see what kind of friendship that is. But if they're really your friend, they're gonna understand. Listen, this is my man, and he's not comfortable with that. That's what I think.
um. Okay.
And the
I
same
don't
thing for a
believe.
man.
I don't believe either should have it, and I always tell men like if she's if that's a woman in your life, you're getting something from her and give her a title. You're making money together. She's a business partner. She's a wife, girlfriend, whatever. That she's a acquaintance, maybe an IG follower. Maybe we don't even follow each other. You know what I'm saying? I'll send you a DM with promotion. You're an acquaintance.
Hmm.
Um, um and family. That's it. You're getting
Hmm.
these things from these women. The friendship on both parties is manipulation.
Hmm.
If a man has a wife at home or whatever it is, and he's like, yo, I got female friends, they're just my friends, he's living a poly lifestyle and he's in denial.
Hmm.
Yeah, because relationship doesn't necessarily entail sexual
Right.
intimacy.
Yeah. It
There's
could be
there's some
conversations.
arousal there because they probably arouse you emotionally. Oh, he's so nice to me. He touches
Hmm.
my spirit, my soul. He's so nice. So I don't find sexual arousal with him, but he's such a nice guy. I put him in the friend zone
Hmm.
because he's so nice to me. So there's emotional arousal there. Oh man, he knows some stuff. He's pretty smart. He not to stroke his mind, you know.
He's making me think things
Yeah,
different.
learn some.
Yeah.
So now there's psychological arousal,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't find him, he's not
Attractive.
stimulating, he's not like sexual arousal. I don't get turned on by him.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? There's something there. So it's like same thing with men. So in a way it's like, for me, take me for example, right?
Mm.
I live a poly lifestyle, but people really don't understand what that means.
Okay.
So for me, I'm not out here just random people every week.
What,
No,
like
but
fucking random people?
yes, and entertaining a whole bunch of women, right? Like 100 chicks or whatever. Oh, he probably fucks everybody. That's their concept of it. They build their own narrative. So for me, it's like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have two wives. I'm gonna have my kids. If anybody wants to get in that, they gotta build a connection, and I'm gonna determine if you're gonna be in the family or even
Mm.
engage with you. Other women will look at it like I'll let him pass by because I already know he's poly and he's a rare individual. I'll do what I gotta do, blah blah blah, but I'll come back. When I see him
Mm.
with his kids or whatever it is, now I'm gonna come back because I see, yo, he about commitment. So I'll come back. Remember, these women might say I don't share my man, but
Mm.
really they mean I don't share my dick because they are.
Mm.
And the higher status he is, he's sharing him with a lot of people online, visually, whatever. You're sharing him,
Mm-hmm.
technical aspect.
Mm.
But they'll say, I don't want to share my man, meaning I don't want to share my dick. Now, when they see he's in a relationship, he got married or whatever, not even marriage, he's in a relationship. She gonna come back now. Hey, big head, what's going on? Happy holidays.
Mm.
She comes back. She's trying to get in. Hey, I see you got married. Wow, you got kids now. Blah blah. Blah. Oh, you're doing really good. She says, remember the author. I'm just painting a.
Mm-hmm.
She says, hey, let's be friends.
Mm.
Wait a minute. I thought you don't share your dick. You don't share a guy. You know I got somebody or two women. Why are you trying to come here? To just
Mm.
be friends? That's a lie. She might still be attracted to you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because at the end of the day, like, if you don't share nobody, me putting that I'm in a relationship should even turn you off even more.
Mm-hmm.
So, somebody's manipulating out here. So now it's like, oh, let's be friends. That's the in. Oh, I see how he treats them. Provider, all this other stuff. I'm gonna be next. Let me
Or
get in.
or even they might see how happy your two wives are.
Yeah.
They're like, hold up. He has two wives and they're both happy. They
That's
look so happy.
impossible. That's
Exactly.
never been done in history. I've never seen that. How do they do that? Even a
Mm-hmm.
woman being submissive to a guy. I don't see that today. How was that done? Remember in episode, not episode,
Season.
chapter 1.
Chapter.
Strong bonds never break.
Oh yeah.
Sophia, she says this, but I title it as I want to see how you two interact.
Mm-hmm.
And the main reason is because she didn't believe that it could be done. I want to see how y'all interact.
Oh, that's the last line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like this is how a lot of people think,
Mm-hmm.
men and women,
Mm.
because they never had experience that, they never been done. It's never been done before. Should they have male friends? No, no. Especially women. A woman is putting herself at risk. Those men, if they're heterosexual, they they
They
will
have
eventually,
ulterior motives.
they have ulterior motives. I always tell a woman, okay, I'm understanding, and I always test them, and I always put the ball in their court for them to make the choice. If it's an argument, no problem. Now I'm gonna put the ball in your court for you to make a choice. Call one of your best friends right now. Tell him you sad, whatever, you lonely, you're horny. Offer him pussy. I said this in episode
Mm-hmm.
53. 53, season 5. Go back.
Amazing.
I said this. So I was like, listen, call him. If he turns it down, he could be your friend.
Mm.
Be on some snake shit like, yo, me and my man broke up.
Has it ever
Lie,
happened?
lie. Me and my man broke up. Da-da-da. No, I never had to do this. I'm just the
Ah,
author.
dang. I was like, what did he say?
When I get with women, they're offering to delete their social media.
No.
Daddy, should I unfollow guys? I'm like, is he a dom? No. Then you can follow them. He ain't a dom. He ain't on that level. He ain't a dom. No doms though. But you can follow them dudes. I don't care.
Interesting.
And I said the same thing in episode 53. Some have screenshotted stuff. Look at this guy. He's a weirdo. He's sending me. It doesn't matter. Like they don't hide stuff.
Mm.
So in a way, it's like this has never happened to me, really. So if I'm vetting a woman and I notice that she has, I find out about that guy. Okay, he's a new dude. Da 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 da. Nah, you cutting him off.
Mm.
And
Like a new friend.
they ain't no buts
Mm.
because I don't argue. So it's like if it's like, but why did it? I said, okay, here's the ball in your court for you to make the choice because submission is you making a choice. It's something that you are here willingly, not a battle, not a struggle, not conditional, not if you fuck me rough, I'll be it. No, it's something that is a choice that you're making. It's you're willingly here, not unwillingly here. You're not here by coercion.
Mm.
So now they'll say, listen, I don't want this or whatever. I'm saying, listen, okay, you got to know this. If you continue to stay there, we're not gonna go anywhere. You could probably be a sub of service for me, but I probably won't care to be intimate with
Mm.
you. I'm not do this. This is how it's gonna be. Blah blah blah. And now, if you don't want that, then now we're gonna have to end.
Mm.
So
Break
you're gonna
things
have to
off.
make a choice, like an ultimatum. So it's either him or me.
Mm. Mm. I mean, that's fair.
And then now you put the ball in their court. Some people might say that's unfair. I don't care. So, now does a man have, and like I said, this is not men can do it, women can do it, because I said I don't think men should as well,
Right.
unless they mean something to you.
Right.
Because friend to me, you eventually gonna be vulnerable. It's not like, oh, that's a female friend, and we don't talk for months, and I hit her up once in a while. That's an acquaintance. It's not a friend.
Mm.
But if you're talking on a daily basis,
Then it's a friend.
it's more than that.
Mm. That's true.
It's
If it's
more than
every
that.
day, then yeah.
Vulnerability, all that. Because there are friends out there, and then there are best friends.
Mm.
There are best friends out there, and then there are family. That's not blood related.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So what's the tier here? So if I'm a friend, like why am I even a
What kind
friend?
of friend? What kind of friend am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
So should a man have authority in the relationship, or is it equal?
I think that depends on the man. If he is someone that can lead and protect and teach and all and etc., then yes.
Okay,
But
so that's conditional submission. All right.
no. What is this submission? You're saying should he have the authority in the relationship? Yes.
That means
If he can do
and
no
that
no
means she's gonna
no.
be subordinate. It's
I
not, or is it equal? So you said yes, and then you're putting conditions down. You're putting standards.
I'm not going to hold up. You're asking if a man should have authority in a relationship, right? Or is it equal? right? That's the
Yeah.
question. Right. He can have all the authority he wants if he's the type of man that can lead.
Yes, and that is conditions. So
Well, then
here's
that's
what
my conditions. But if all he does is bring you down, eat all your food, and doesn't, help you out in maybe buying groceries for you to cook, then no.
here's the thing. I believe, does a man have authority in the relationship? Yes. Men control relationship and commitment. So they have authority in the relationship. Shit guy,
Mm.
good guy, whatever. It's remember, and you're entitled to your own opinion. Don't me.
No,
You're
no, no.
entitled to your
Because
own opinion.
when you
And I'm gonna
explain
break it down
things,
and I'm gonna explain it.
exactly,
I'm gonna
that's why I
explain it.
said,
I'm gonna
I
explain it.
wasn't disagreeing with you.
I'm
I was
gonna
like,
and I'm gonna
okay.
explain it. I agree, and I've been saying this before the caller said it. And everybody who's spiritual knows this as well. The feminine attracts everything.
Mm-hmm.
So the feminine can discernment. This is the process of discernment. She can say that's a shit guy. That's a good guy. That's this. And this is all the vetting process, the courting process. I'm not talking about you went on the first date and gave out the panties because you were drunk and he allowed you to order alcohol. Because he ain't going to open his mouth. He going to be like, oh shit, I'm going to have my cake and eat it too. He's not going to care.
That's true.
He's not going to care. So he's going to let you drink your ass off because he's trying to get that at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, no, she goes to multiple dates vetting this guy to see he's responsible, to see he does all these things without me having to ask. Wow, he holds doors unwillingly. Willingly. Without me having to ask. It's not conditional. He's a gentleman unconditionally. This is somebody I want to invest in. The divine feminine is intelligent. She's intuitive. Even if she has these dark desires, she doesn't settle. The guy's a shit guy, but he got a big dick, and I seen it. The guy's a shit guy, but he could give me that rough sadist sex because I'm a masochist. And a lot of men can't fulfill these dark desires. So she's intelligent because she's not just thinking superficially. She's thinking long term. She's thinking building. She's thinking perhaps family. She's thinking my safety, my needs. So that's how I'm gonna determine who I'm gonna accept. I don't choose. Maybe women choose in different ways. But I don't really choose, I accept. Because he's choosing his wife. He's getting the ring. He's saying, be my girlfriend. He's saying, I want you to meet my close friends, family. He's bringing me here. He's taking me all over the world, showing me things I've never seen before. He's the one. He's sharing his resources. So at the end of the day, she has to utilize discernment and differentiate. You see, so it's her responsibility because she's attracting everything. If she's attracting bums, maybe she drank bum juice for breakfast.
Could be.
And she's exuding bum energy.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? That's why she's getting that. So it always comes down to the woman. That's why it shouldn't be conditional. Women should be submissive regardless because you're choosing the guy. If you are submissive to that guy, it's because you're smart. If you are not submissive to that guy and you're combative and all this shit, it's because you're dumb because you allowed the wrong person to stay here. The feminine attracts everything: bum juice, beta males, simps, gods, kings, alphas, dominant men, dominants that engage in the BDSM lifestyle. But out of these 8 guys, she's like, which one is my type? Which one is for survival, for everything, my needs and all that stuff that's going to be met? Because my identity is submission. So why would I get with the bum juice and I know he's weak or whatever it is, but he'll let me get away with stuff and you're not going to be submissive there.
Yeah, but
that's dumb.
I feel like you're talking about people who are already know themselves and are more in their divinity. That's not the regular standard of people walking around right now.
Okay,
so a
let me ask
woman,
you.
hold up, let me finish. So a woman who, I say, you countered what I said, that was conditional, right? Okay, you're saying then why would a woman get with that man? There are a lot of men out here who don't know themselves and who push out something that a woman who doesn't know herself will be like, oh, that's it.
No. This goes back to what I said. That was a waste of a time just now for you to
Holy
say that.
shit. It's because you don't let me finish.
It goes back to what I said.
What'd you say?
At the end of the day, intuition is something real, correct or incorrect?
Yes, but not everybody taps
Hold
into that.
on. Hold on. The feminine has more intuition than men. Women always can pick up on
Yes.
things. They can smell dominance a mile away. A woman knows within 7 seconds of meeting you if she's going to submit. All of these things are female intuition.
Okay.
They're more attention to detail. A lot of men are not. They're
Yes.
myopic. They don't use their brain efficiently.
Okay.
Women are more attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
So if women are more attention to detail, why are they not able to pick up on these things?
Because they're blocked. That's why.
Okay.
Because they're not in tune with themselves. That's why. Because of trauma, because of whatever that is causing a fog for them not to see clearly.
Okay. So.
And there's a lot of that out there.
Okay. So, okay, fine. I can agree with that part.
Okay.
The summary is this. And you might agree with me on this. The summary is this. A submissive woman is in her divine feminine. Huh?
Okay.
A dominant man or a dominant, maybe he doesn't live a BDSM life. That's a bonus. A dominant is in his divine masculine. Huh? Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
I said this in episode 19, season 2.
I was gonna say 1. I was like season 1.
I said that. So you're now I agree with you.
No
because
way?
the wounded feminine keeps attracting broken and wounded.
Just like the caller
men.
said
Yes.
as well. Yeah.
But if she's in her divinity, now her preference change. Yeah, maybe when I was 25, I liked the bum with the big dick and could give me rough sex, and that's it.
Yeah.
But now it's like I need a divine masculine.
You need that match. Exactly.
So if she's also in her divinity, guess what she's gonna do?
Yeah, she's gonna bypass all those fools that are trying to kick it to her.
Not just that, she's gonna display that.
Yes.
Because if she's
it's gonna ooze out of her.
Yes. So that means she's not posting provocative photos.
Mm-hmm.
That means she's not smoking weed on camera, probably. That means she's not loud and cursing like a man and doing all these things that the masculine does or the wounded masculine does. Correct or incorrect?
Mm-hmm. No, correct.
Yes, because all of that is energy, and she's trying to attract the right energy.
Mm-hmm.
So does a man have authority? Yes, he does. Because at the end of the day, you want a man to be superior to you, not just in the bedroom. You want him to make decisions because my decisions are driven off emotion, and I know that he is less emotional than I am. So I'm going to come to him. What color do you want my nails? I'm indecisive. That's emotion. What colors? Where should we go eat? I'm indecisive. I don't know. What are we doing today? What are we? Am I your girl? Whatever. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want a man to be superior, yes, that means he has authority in the dynamic, or he should. The equality stems from hurt. It stems from emotional trauma. It stems from psychological trauma. It's counterintuitive. It's not even somebody that's in their right mind that wants equality in the relationship dynamic. That's somebody that is just not thinking clearly.
I also think
they're
that
not healthy.
A lot of women who say that they want that equality I think that they have it confused. You know what I mean? Maybe not confused is the right term, but
this is what it is. This is what I believe it is, right? I'm not gonna say this is what it is because I don't got all the answers. Right. I get divine assistance, divine intuition from the gods. Research, college degrees, and all that stuff, right? That's where my stuff comes from. Experience, I'm very observant, right? Very meticulous, attention to detail. This is what I believe is the problem with equality. When women preach equality, especially in the relationship dynamic, it's pretty much saying this, because when women say things, it translates differently. When men say things, it translates differently. This is what I believe they're saying. I want to be respected here. I want my opinion to be valuable, and I want to be valued. That's what it means. But reality is, even the most hardcore feminist does not want to be a man in the dynamic. She wants to be submissive. You see what I'm saying? Women do want a man more superior.
Hmm.
But when they say that, when they preach the equality
Yeah, they
thing,
want a
I
man.
I believe that they're talking about that.
Mm.
Oh, it's
Right.
not just equal rights. Like, I want to be equal. I want to be valued.
I want to be heard. I
I
want
want to
you
be
to.
heard. Yeah,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
what
That's
that's
what
what
I
they
think
need.
it is too.
But a lot of women just don't know how to articulate that.
Yeah.
Because if men and women knew how to communicate better with each other and articulate better with each other, like, I'ma always tell you what I feel. You're not
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to think if I like it or don't like it.
Or guess. Right. Exactly.
And
That's how
and
it
you
should
can
be.
communicate efficiently. You're a great communicator, great leader. Now she can understand.
Mm-hmm.
Now he can understand. 'Cause I never had women preaching this stuff to me
Mm.
ever. This is the first time I'm hearing this shit since like 2 years ago or whatever, since the pandemic. But equality has never been, no.
Okay.
Feminine is dependent upon and the masculine is independent. Can two independent people work well in a romantic relationship dynamic?
No.
No, not even in business.
No.
Do you believe that majority of women do not respect men, and why? Do you think it is true?
Yes.
Why?
I think it's because of trauma and learned behavior.
Yes. I think back in the days, they're socially conditioned to believe that men are success objects. And if we make our own money, and they can't provide, they can't even pay a bill, we don't respect them. Men today cannot satisfy us sexually. So if they can't do that in the bedroom, at least they could fix some shit. But then again, they're not handymen. At least they could teach me. But a lot of men are just not using their brain efficiently. At least they can guide me, but they ain't leaders. At least they could make money, but then there's a small percentage out there who are making that amount.
Mm.
So now it's like, what are they here for?
Mm.
We're being more empowered. We're doing this. We're doing that. So that's why they don't respect them. And they don't respect them. Another part, and this is what I believe are facts. Men don't respect themselves. They don't approach women on a position of power. They
Mm.
only get this confidence if they have money, if they have a lot of women, if they're
They have
like
liquor.
external myths
Mm-hmm.
about what a high value man is, which
Mm-hmm.
is phony. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of money. They got they fuck mad women. They do this. They do that. They got all these cars. That's not a high value
Mm.
man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a spiritual term.
Yeah.
That is a spiritual term. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't know that.
Mm.
That's a spiritual term.
It's in the name. High value.
Yeah. So at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, like it's like it's very difficult for you to get that in a man that he's gonna check all those boxes. So women, it's like at the end of the day, women don't respect men for those reasons. And the biggest reason is men show that they don't respect themselves.
Mm.
If they're simping for women and being all this stuff and trying
Yeah.
to approach like, oh, I'm gonna be your friend, and I'm gonna, just be a nice guy, and
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna be a good, like, there's a difference between good guy and nice guy. I'm just gonna be a nice guy, and I'm just gonna pander to you, and I'm just gonna tell you whatever you want to hear, and I'm not disagreeable. I'm agreeable. I'm a yes man and stuff like that. There ain't no sexual polarity there.
No.
There ain't no arousal. There ain't no emotional
Girls
arousal.
don't like yes men around them.
Yeah,
They don't like that
they ain't no
shit.
psychological arousal. They ain't no sexual arousal with
Yeah.
these guys. So at the end of the day, like, they're not gonna respect them. They're
Yeah.
not gonna trust them.
I agree with that.
You still might have women who have sex with guys who they don't respect and trust.
Yep.
They might respect you because I know that you could dominate me well. But I ain't leaving my phone in the room
No, not
with you
even
and go to
leaving
the
your phone.
bathroom.
I'm not leaving my
My
purse
wallet
here.
or whatever.
Yeah. That's
I'm not
crazy to
I'm not
me.
allowing you in my mind. I'm not sharing my deep dark secrets with
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't need to see my vulnerability. That's because she don't respect you.
Mm.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Women that respect you, they build emotional attachments, and that comes with vulnerability.
Mm.
So that's the problem. Like when men say, "What's up with modern women?" Y'all creating them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why women don't respect you. Cause like when you don't check women, you don't hold them accountable. If they call you out your name, do something, even if your girl gets loud with you, you don't correct them. You
Mm.
don't hold them accountable. Whether it's well, I don't want to say do this in public. I'm the type of guy I don't like to let people see me sweat. Take care of that shit in private.
That's how it should be. Or at
You know what
least
I'm saying? Make
pull
her
them to
act
the
right.
side.
Make her act right.
Mm.
And she gonna act right. You see what I'm saying? Men don't have I'm not saying the balls, but they don't have the
They
confidence to
don't.
do this. So women don't respect them because your father and your grandfather would do that, and that's why you hold them in high regard.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So most people believe. No, we won't even talk about that because we don't. I don't think we believe that it's weak.
Mm.
So just to reiterate, I said this at the R&R show in 2016. Shout out to Raphael and Karma. Karma was there too,
Hey,
the host.
Karma.
I said Dom and Sub. There's two strengths of people in this world: one to yield and one to lead and control. So both parties are strong. It's the women that are hardcore feminists that are weak. The
Mm.
wounded feminine is weak. She cannot be vulnerable. Weak.
Mm.
She has flaws that she don't want to talk about, especially with her partner. Doubts, insecurities. Weak. The wall, the shield.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me, and I've said this before, even in my first book, a woman could be clothed metaphorically. I see her naked,
Mm.
and that makes me dangerous because I understand the female psychology, the mind. I understand female nature. She can't manipulate. I'm steps ahead. I'm playing chess, and I understand the female anatomy, the body. I can make a woman come without my hands. I swear. So it makes me dangerous. So when women come here, they're like, he's intense. He's this, he's that, because they're using scapegoats and building preconceived notions and translation. He's dangerous. I can't play with him. I'm used to playing with men.
Mm. Yep.
You see, so at the end of the day, like, this is strength on both sides.
Yeah.
Because somebody that's giving control and trusting you to lead, even with their life, takes
That takes a
strength.
lot.
That takes a
Yeah.
lot of
That takes a
courage.
lot. Yep.
And the person that's willing to take on the responsibility, that's a lot.
That's a lot too. Yeah.
Respect and disrespect in the bedroom. I wanted to differentiate.
In the bedroom?
I mean,
In
sorry,
relationship.
I gave it away. In relationship.
Okay.
So I believe 90% of women like disrespectful sex. I believe they like to be objectified. I believe they like to feel inferior to their man. But respect outside of the bedroom. So when you can find a man that does both, a woman falls in love quick.
I think so
She
too.
falls in love quick, and this is from
'Cause
experience.
you're hitting all points.
This is from experience. So most men, like, you get with the toxic bad boy, and he doesn't treat you well. He doesn't give you benefits that other women don't get. He treats you like other women.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't treat you well, but he can dominate you well in the bedroom. So in a way, you stay in that relationship and you tolerate it.
Mm.
And you don't really love him, you don't really respect him. You
It's
respect
it's
them.
just a sexual relationship.
Yes, you
Okay.
respect them temporarily.
Mm-hmm.
You might say daddy in the bedroom because you respect that he's doing in that moment. You want to be submissive.
That makes sense.
We brought women on the show and we said, "What's your favorite position?" They said missionary. I was shocked. I was like, I thought
I
y'all would
was
say
shocked
doggy.
too. Me
And
too.
and the reason is women like to be submissive in the bedroom. When you're in the missionary position, the man is overpowering you.
Yes, that's true. But in
No. She can't grind back and none of that stuff. She's submissive. He's overpowering you. He's on top. She's on bottom. She's submissive. 96%. People can look this up to see if I'm lying. 96% of women, they say worldwide, want to be submissive sexually in the bedroom. Only 4% do not, and they might live a BDSM lifestyle. Madam, mistress, dominatrix, dome. You see? So at the end of the day, femdoms, at the end of the day, women want to be submissive. Majority of them, we can almost say all, want to be submissive. So in the bedroom, if you're fucking her great and touching all parts, making her even orgasm, she might be saying daddy, but she don't call you that outside the bedroom. You see, me, that's like a standard. Sometimes I didn't even need to say that. Latinas, African American, maybe dated a couple of white girls, always poppy, always daddy, always my king. Before I even made it a standard.
How
Outside of
interesting.
the bedrooms too. Some women might just say baby, hun, sweetie. That's the irony. That's disrespect. You're calling them submissive names. And just my opinion. Just my
Right.
opinion. People could, they're gonna be throwing shit at
They're
the.
like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I just think that they think it's a term of endearment.
Yes.
Yeah.
But would you agree, Daddy, Poppy, King, or whatever, or Emperor, Your Highness, is higher?
Yes.
See, why? Because she views you that way. That's probably something that she would call her dad.
Yeah. Well, her daddy.
You see, so she has to always view you as a father figure.
Or at least as an educator, like a teacher.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so that's what I believe to differentiate.
Okay.
So why is it dangerous when a woman isn't in her core energy and a man isn't in his core energy in the relationship dynamic? Did I say this at the workshop? The
I
last
think you
one?
did.
Hmm.
I think because they will constantly bring out the worst in each other. They're going to be like, if she's too much in her masculinity, and he's, let's say, and he's in his masculinity too, there's going to be conflict. If he's too much in his femininity and she is too, there's going to be conflict. If they're um damn, I lost my train of thought. That's what I'm saying.
If they're in the same, there's gonna be conflict. Equal.
Right. If they match, then
Okay.
it's it's going to be conflict.
When I lay back, it's the calm.
What do you mean?
It's the calm. It's the quiet. And then when I step up,
That's when
it's
you're
the
gonna,
storm.
oh boy,
It's about to go down.
it's about to go.
So the thing is, when it's dangerous when a woman isn't in his core energy and a man isn't in his core energy, because
It causes confusion. That's what I was gonna say. Okay, go.
yeah, based off polarity.
Mm-hmm.
So a man, and I said this in the part 1 of the season finale, season 9 finale, episode 100. Excuse me. If a man is highly in his feminine and he allows the woman to have the masculine role, he's following her. And based off her decisions, most of her decisions are going to be based off emotion. So it could be even the littlest thing. It could be, buy this house because I want a house. And he's like, yo, let's wait for the market to go down.
Right. We don't have the money for it.
That shit is gonna be whatever it is. I got other spots with it, but I want that one.
Mm-hmm.
Now he gets it, high interest. He's paying a shitload of money for mortgage and all that. And why?
Because she wanted it.
Exactly. And he
Yep.
followed her lead. Maybe a happy wife, happy life type of guy.
Yes, exactly.
So now she's actually the reason that put them more in debt because
Mm-hmm.
he's following her. He deemed her as the leader.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I believe it's really his fault because I believe men lead, women follow,
Mm-hmm.
or it should be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that can be the littlest thing. And we could talk about an array of different things, man.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You
That
know,
was an excellent example, though. Perfect.
you know, but that's why I always tell men, like, when you vet women, you have to differentiate if they're a liability or an asset.
Mm-hmm.
And hoes can be liabilities.
They usually are. No?
You know what I'm saying? Or let's not even say hoes, like a woman who's just, you know,
Not in
very
her.
controlling,
Mm-hmm.
very
Not
dominant,
in her femininity.
not in her femininity. She's a liability. And here's another one. I said this BDSM 108, episode, I think, 84, part 1. No, my bad. My bad. Stay yawning.
Sorry.
Episode
It's late, you
85.
know.
Maybe my voice is that soothing.
Or it's late, you know.
Episode 85. Episode 85, part 2, BDSM 101. I said Melissa was in studio.
Mm-hmm.
I said she can be as a liability a little bit as we go out to dinner and she doesn't like the waitress. Yo, I didn't like the way she looked. What?
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, get the fuck over here. They're making a scene in public. And you're looking at her like, are you an animal?
Or
What?
even, I heard a good one. You could be online buying something, or to buy something, and another guy cuts you off, right, to get something, and she's like, "There's a fucking line," and he's like, "I don't see a line," and they say three big dudes,
Yeah.
and you're like, calm down, and she's like, "Nah, fuck that shit." Now they're gonna slap her and step to you or something.
Yes.
That's putting you in danger.
Yes.
Yeah.
A woman who you allow her to go out, however, even if she's with you, because you're like, well, she's with me.
Right.
A man, liquid courage,
Mm-hmm.
liquid courage. He's intoxicated, inebriated, very like highly inebriated.
Very aggressive too.
And now he's just like, maybe he may not step to you. You look dangerous when you go out, right? But let's say you came out the bathroom and you saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like, why are you touching me? Get away from me. Man, come on, girl. Give me some. We're in the club. Let's dance. Everybody's dancing. And now you have to step in and break his nose.
Mm-hmm.
And if you break his nose, one or two things can happen. What if he's well connected and now you get jumped?
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, maybe three things can happen. Or he sues. Or maybe he's with friends and they sue.
Like they call the cops?
And they call the cops. That's the third thing. Now he's in jail. Now he got sued. Or maybe he's getting jumped. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. And shout out to Sharazad Ali. People need to check her old interviews. She did a couple. She had a book
Mm-hmm.
the Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman and the Black Woman's Guide to Understanding the Black Man. I read those books. Shout out to Sharazad Ali. She was saying this stuff before I even was watching her interviews. I
Mm-hmm.
saw that shit pop up and I was like,
Yeah,
who is
back in
this?
the 80s.
Who is this person? And I was like, oh shit, that's a divine feminine. That's a divine queen. She's talking about all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Submission. She's talking about, oh, when you going out with a man, and she talks about it with the black community.
Mm-hmm.
That this is all this feminism is high in the black and Spanish community.
Yeah.
High. Yeah, it's going on in America, but it's really high with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The white girls, yeah, they're into it too. But it's not as much as the black women. You see them pumping their chest more. I'm strong, independent. I don't need a man, because they probably learned that from their mom. Their mom was probably
Right.
a single mom.
That's all trauma.
The Latina.
That's all trauma.
You see what I'm saying? So ultimately, like, the man not being in his core energy means that he's not protecting the woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's that's what the summary is. And if he's not protecting the woman, she's at risk. And if she's at risk, she's gonna put him at risk. It's dangerous
Mm-hmm.
in all ways. Even she's at risk online.
Yup. Putting her location and whatnot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So final
Damn,
thoughts.
this was a good one. Final thoughts.
I'm gonna give my final thoughts based off. Oh yeah, I had a thing.
Oh yeah, you were
Let
gonna
me
read
let me
that.
let me read that. So ladies gotta. I always tell them, man. They try to test me. They try to test me, man. So I got a DM, and this woman was like, she said, I hate this term, sir. She's just like some 50 grades. Shit, 50. I was almost gonna fuck it up. 50. What's it
Shades of
called?
gray.
Yeah.
Great. 50
Yeah.
Shades of Gray.
Yes. So she's like, hi, sir. I'm a slave girl looking to be abused, humiliated, and degraded by a man. And I'm like, please don't call me that. That's one. Two, I said, that's fine what you're looking for. I didn't judge her. I'm into some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, listen, that's fine that you're looking for that. But I was like, how are you vetting the man to provide that for you? Because it's gonna come from that. And I said, if you're looking my way, why aren't you vetting me enough, getting to know me instead of telling me what you desire? I don't give a damn about that. I said, I'm a real dom, man. This isn't a stroke to my ego to just dominate random women. I don't even know you. So how can you approach a man you don't even know and tell him what you desire, which is so private and personal? You're just looking for a good time. I'm not for you. If you were really a slave, this is where I got her. If you were really a slave, that wouldn't have been how you would approach. I said, you're a masochist, not a slave. And even if I had sadist tendencies in me, that still is what comes with a condition. So I said, no disrespect. I don't know you like that, and why would I dominate you? If you've had a dom prior, he sucked because he didn't do his job in training and educating you. You know, so have more respect for yourself and me, and you should be careful because there's a lot of creeps out there, posers, predators,
That's
who would
true.
accept this proposal, and then when you meet them, God forbid, you get killed or something.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it to be like that. I haven't been trained. I'm new to this. I understand what you're saying. I'm gonna learn from this and do better. Um, so then she texts me again about like, oh, I've only known to offer my body and shit like that. And so
Ooh.
that's number one. Number two, when you approach a man that Miss, you need to educate yourself in a voice note. That's number one. Number two, when you approach a man that you believe is dominant or lives this lifestyle that you want to live and you're saying you're new to, learn what you want to be. Because a slave girl is not that. That's a masochist. So maybe you need a sadist 24/7. So you need to learn the terminology. You need to learn yourself. You need to learn what you really like and what you don't like. And then when you vet out that man and you search for him or you attract him, whatever it is, you need to vet him. And you need to see if you guys coincide with similar things because you're a woman. Never forget that. Maybe you are. I don't know if you're a man. I don't know. I haven't seen you.
But you're a woman, so you're always more at risk.
Page was private, no profile picture, and she's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm only used to offering my body. I'm still trying to learn this. Most men just want a quick fix, right?"
So you need to vet the men properly, because what you're looking to do is relinquish control. And that's scary in the hands of the wrong man, because he can destroy you. He can do things beyond your will. So you have to be able to trust somebody first, to engage with them, to go out, to meet with them maybe, or talk at least. You can't just approach a man and just be like, "Hey, what's going on? I want to dominate." Introduce yourself first. "Hello, my name is," and he'll.
And the rest,
Wow.
I'm not gonna say the rest, but I was pretty much like saying, "Listen, if you wanna, if
You must have taken her like so back. She must have been like,
I was like,
"What?"
listen, if you want to get this, there's a lot of guys out there who do it professionally,
Mm,
and she's like, they just go hire them. She's like, no, I want you. So I'm like, yo, this bitch must know me.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I want you. I don't want nobody else. Da da da. So
Yeah,
now
how
she
weird
now
that
she's
there's no
saying
pictures on the profile.
now she said she's 17 and a virgin, and she thinks it's okay to offer her body. I said, yo, you sound dumb. You sound ignorant. And I was like, I don't even engage with minors. Get off my page, please. So
Good for you.
she unfollowed or whatever it is. And then I was telling her, I was like, you could find dudes that do this for fun and shit like that. I don't play for fun, I play for keeps. So I don't like, first of all, I don't deal with minors. And second, if she's like older, like 20, 23, 25, whatever it is, maybe my age bracket, 35, whatever, and she came to me and wanting to learn and wanting to be my sub, then I would be willing to train her based off how I'm vetting her.
The information you're getting.
Yeah, but you already disqualify yourself when you send me a booty picture, pussy, titties. When you say, "Oh, dominate me, hello, daddy," and stuff like that, things that I never gave you permission to call me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Off rip, it's already like ugh, strikes against her.
Yeah, so I'm just
Mm,
like, no, 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 no. There's guys that it turns them on. Just go do
not
that
this
with
guy.
them. Go find them. Me, no. Um, and that there's benefits to being submissive. You'll get provided for. You'll get taken care of. In all ways, you'll have peace of mind. Because when you relinquish control, it's less responsibility that you have to worry about, and that's pressure. Women want to avoid risk as much as possible.
Mm.
If she makes a decision, she's gonna be questioning it. Is it okay, baby? But if the guy's a dominant guy, let's do this. That's what we're doing. Let's go. And she's just gonna follow. Even if
Mm,
she don't like it, she's just gonna follow him. She's
mm.
gonna follow him. She's inclined to follow
She's
him.
like, all right, I'm going. Wait for me.
He's gonna provide. He's gonna protect. He's gonna give her security, emotional security, financial security. He's gonna give her confidence within herself. She's like, oh, I got these insecurities. Oh, I love him. You got little curves. Come here, let me grab that. You a little bit aggressive, like a pit bull with lipstick. Let daddy come and love you. You got a little smart mouth. Guess what? I got this thing called attitude adjustment. You gonna be right.
You're so funny.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, she's placed in a position to be better for
Mm,
him and herself.
mm-hmm.
And if he's dominant, obviously he gonna get everything he wants. Because when a man can embody this divine masculine, it's gonna catapult him in whatever he wants: career, women, social status, social
Mm-hmm.
capital, financial, whatever it is, job,
Mm-hmm.
whatever he does, business. If he utilizes this energy,
Opportunities. Yep.
yes, he utilizes this character, this adjective, this noun, this energy, he can always get that.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So those are the benefits I believe in being
And
in your core energy.
mm,
Women's core adjective or a noun asubmissive or submissive
mm-hmm.
is submissive. And men's core adjective or noun is a dominant or he's dominant,
Dominant.
the adjective. You know what I'm saying? And he dominates the verb. That's something that you do. So like to me, they're in their they're in their core personality, they're in their divinity because
Mm-hmm.
we're gods and goddesses with amnesia. Now God is in you. And
Mm-hmm.
and that's another thing too, like they believe in some type of higher power.
Right.
So they believe in some type of higher power. The pineal gland opens, and it's like ascension. You know what I'm saying? And now God ascends in, in you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And now you're this God, you're this goddess, you're this
Mm.
king, you're this queen, and you have God in you. It's all about spirituality.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So if a man can be in this, he will be he will get all success in
Mm.
everything that he does.
Mm-hmm.
And if the woman is in this, she will be in all her success. She may not have to suppress her masculinity, but it's
She
slow.
has to be balanced.
It's low.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to suppress his femininity, it's low. Because that femininity, you might have to bring it to her one day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, she's getting in her masculine, right? Yelling at you and all this other stuff. You're calm. Now you get into your feminine and you're just like, yo, what's wrong? You know we don't talk like this. We don't
Mm.
yell at each other. You think you in the streets? You think you in the streets? You in the crib right now. Why don't you relax, tone it down? Let's talk this out and see what it is. You see
Mm-hmm.
how I did that
Mm-hmm.
in like
In a
getting
calm
my
way.
femininity?
Mm-hmm.
So now she switches because she was high in the masculine. You got in the feminine. Boom, boom, boom. Put her in her place in the most eloquent way. Now she gets back in her femininity, and you get back in the masculine.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so if she's highly in her masculine, and you trying to bring that wounded or toxic, well, toxic masculine doesn't exist, but you're trying to bring that toxic male within you. It's like it's a gunfight.
Right.
It's a gunfight, and y'all both shooting at each other at close range.
Right. Who could yell louder?
Yeah, and you don't resolve anything.
Right.
So it's very imperative that men get in their divinity because there's a lot of toxic males out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Toxic masculinity doesn't exist because masculinity is godly, is divine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if the woman can be not if the woman cannot be a toxic feminine and she can be in her divine feminine, she will get everything she wants.
I agree with that.
Because spiritually, attracting is a spiritual thing.
Mm.
So imagine your energy is distorted.
Mm-hmm.
It's distorted. It's not able to attract abundance. It's not able to be abundant. It's not able to attract great things.
Right.
All it's attracting is distorted shit. If your
Mm.
energy is toxic, all it's attracting is toxic energy.
Yep.
Toxic males, toxic females, whatever it is.
Right. So if you feel like you're stuck in a rut, you're gonna be stuck in that rut until you get yourself out of that.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
I agree.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, merch, discipline.launchcart.store/shop, 15% off. Discipline Pod 15. I added a coupon for everybody, 15% off at checkout, and this lasts until Valentine's Day. It got a lot of nice stuff. You get
Nice.
that
Good
robe.
quality. Oh, so
You
good.
get that robe
Soft.
with the panties and the bra for your man, ladies.
Valentine's Day coming up.
There's a whole bunch of stuff for men as well, accessories, socks, and it's
We got
nice.
duffel bags.
You're gonna like at least one, just like one of my books.
Mm-hmm.
Just like one of these episodes on the podcast. You're gonna like at least one, if not all.
Most.
So yeah. So you got anything else to say?
Nope.
All right. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, you were tuned into Discipline Therapy Podcast. Peace.
Peace.